Hey guys, how's it going? Happy 2017, it's James here from Audio.etc. Sorry about the wind outside, I've still yet to get a little wind sock thing to put on top of my GoPro. But that's, you know, that's in the budget for the new camera sort of thing, that's why I haven't really done it yet. I've been feeling really unproductive lately. Just Christmas and the holidays and everything has got me absolutely slowed down on the car audio stuff. I haven't done anything to the legacy in a while, and I've been feeling so unproductive that I just thought I have to make a video. I have to say hi to you guys as well and check back in. So that's what this is about. Hi. Before I get into this gear, just thought I'd show you a couple of things. As you may have seen on Facebook, oh, see, it's a bit light in here so it's hard to see. I did get these ghost lights fixed. It was actually pretty easy, I just had to pop them back down, and then I think what you're actually supposed to do when you order these is there's a little slot in the side of it which you can poke a screwdriver through to rotate the lens, and I think I've just been, you know, an idiot when I first got them and just slammed them straight in, and you're supposed to rotate them when you get them, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, now that one's at least facing the right way, and I've done the same for the left one, it rotates the other way. So that's good, I got those sorted. Yeah, you guys in the comments were right, you were supposed to rotate them. My memory was doing funny things when you were mentioning it, because I thought for some reason it was an entirely enclosed case, but it's actually a wee bit more open than I thought. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so what am I doing today? Today I want to talk to you guys finally about doing something for amplifiers and stuff in the boot. It's been a long time coming, like I've had the car for a while now and I still haven't really done much in the way of sound systems, but so I'm sure you guys have been keen on waiting for this to happen. But I finally sat down and, you know, gotten some designs together. You'll have to excuse my neighbours, there's some kids in the front yard having a good time. Got this boot mat, by the way, looks pretty good. It's it fits the profile exactly right. I do wish it was a bit more rubbery. This is more of like a plasticky material. I thought it was more rubbery looking at the Trade Me auction, but what can you do? So there's a few things I need to consider, and I'm kind of making this video about it rather than just going ahead with it, because I want to get some of your guys' ideas and your feedback on my ideas as well. I'm pretty sure I know what sort of gear I'm gonna be going for, but I just wanted to get your guys' feedback on some of my ideas that I had about layout options. So things I know I'm going to be installing. This here is a cardboard cutout of a Rockford Fosgate T400 X4 AD. This is off the front of the box, and on the box this picture happens to be the exact size. So this is the exact size of the amplifier. I know I'm definitely going to be doing one of these. Possibly going to be doing a monoblock channel version as well, like a subwoofer version. So there could be one or there could be two of these size amps. I'm definitely installing my Soundstream 20 farad capacitor. Obviously, even in the Lignum with the you know 1400 watt amplifier, this was overkill. It's going to be extremely overkill for this car, but I have it, and it just, I mean, capacitors, they're awesome. You can really never have too much, because it's like a second battery cell almost, except it can discharge a whole lot at a time, which makes it easier on the factory car battery. Since I'm not upgrading the battery, you know, this will help. So this has to go in somewhere, and this here, even though I didn't really use it when it was in the Lignum, I still want to install it because I've got it, and you know, the time I want to use it will be the time I don't have it installed. This is a pure sine wave inverter. So what it does is it converts 12 volts. This gets hardwired to you know 12 volts, and then it puts out 240 volts. So you can plug, you know, AC stuff in here. So 12 volts DC to 240 volts AC. So this has to go somewhere. I'll wire a switch up to it so I can turn it on and off at will. So pretty much somewhere I have to fit that, at least one of those, possibly a second one. And then I still don't know what I'm going to do for subwoofers, guys. I'm brainstorming. So here's a couple of my ideas. The first one I had, which I'm thinking about, is this. Oh yeah, look at that. See, that would fit. This here amplifier floating on a mount in this side cavity here. Floating. So like imagine a plate like this size underneath the amp, and then a little block holding it out, which would mount to this surface here. The amplifier would look like that floating. And I also would be keen to put a piece of clear acrylic across the front of it to make it like a window, and then some coloured LED strips on the inside of it so it glows up and looks really nice. And I thought it would look really cool if I had one of them there all glowing, and then the same on the other side with the subwoofer version of this amp. Thought that would look really cool. But then I thought, where am I going to put this? Oh, and the other things I have to put in the boot, are the crossovers for the front speakers. So the crossovers are probably around about yay big, I'd say. You know the Focal PS165 FX, the Flex series component speakers with the crossover box. That's what's going to be going in the front, and I have to fit 2 crossovers as well. I could hide them in the front doors, but I thought they look quite nice. I'd like to have them on display somewhere at the back here. So that's one design. You're probably all thinking what's underneath here. I'll show you. I might actually just take this out so I can show you guys easier. This should just slide out like that. Oop. So this lifts up. We've got 2 great big cavities in here. At the moment I'm just storing a picnic rug, my jumper cables, a first aid kit, and some spare LEDs that I've got to install. These side bits do lift up. This is what I was originally thinking about. So hook that up there. So these do pop up, and under here there's really nothing being used. This is just like a big foam packer, and it's just taking up space, so there's lots of room to stick stuff in there if I want to. See, it's windy here in Christchurch, which is probably why you can't hear me. So yeah, at first when I first got the car, I was thinking, oh, maybe I could put like a window through this thing with an amp there and an amp there. Don't know, obviously there's lots of room to put stuff down in here, like that fits pretty well, doesn't it? Actually, that would look quite cool in the center there, wouldn't it? I don't know, guys, what do you think? Obviously put down in the comments what you guys think would look cool. This thing has to go somewhere. Like, it almost fits there. Doesn't quite, because this thing comes out. I thought about maybe putting this thing, since it's not very pretty. I think what I'll do is definitely put that underneath one of these sort of spots here, because that's not pretty. It doesn't need to be on display, although height may be an issue. It may not fit, because as you can see, there's really only that much sort of height. This is taller than that, so this may have to go in one of these cavities here. I don't know, guys. Yeah, I'm really just brainstorming at this point, trying to give you guys an idea of what I'm thinking about. I really would like to do these floating amplifiers in here. I think that would look so cool. But then there's the fact that, I'd be doing something here, and then obviously this sort of thing is still going to have to go under here somewhere. Obviously this lifts up. There's a space saver tire under there. There's all sorts of stuff I could do. With regards to the subwoofer, I'm not a huge fiberglasser, so I'm not really keen on doing like a spare wheel location subwoofer, or like a subwoofer here with a fiberglass box. We just don't do that much fiberglassing like for that sort of stuff here in New Zealand. To be honest, I've never even done it before myself. Grant, my workmate, has done a bit, but we don't do that much of it. So I really would prefer to keep the subwoofer to just like an easy wooden box that I can make up. Now see, this is the other thing, subwoofers. I've actually thought one of those Rockford Fosgate P300 active subwoofers would look quite nice in this car, I think. Like at the back somewhere. I like them, they're really nicely finished with like a nice sort of carbon fiber wrap, and they're disconnectable and they come with the remote and stuff. The only thing I'm concerned about is, are they powerful enough for me? Because I'm going from 215s, you see, and I am missing them. The 12s can put out a decent amount of sound, I will say. It's either going to be like 112 or 210s. See, this is a maybe. I don't know what I want to do yet. I don't know if I want to go for a subwoofer version of one of these amps with a subwoofer in a box somewhere, or one of those active Rockford Fosgate subwoofers which look really, really nice. Like they're finished way better than anything I could do. I also just think those would look really good, because I've got a lot of sort of plasticky areas in this car. The whole boot's on this plastic liner, plastic. I'm not to be honest, I'm not so keen on how boxes look when they're carpet finished anymore. I think vinyl or you know, vinyl or vinyl wrap is much nicer. So I don't know, guys, just, you know, put your ideas in the comments below. I'm open to all suggestions. As little fiberglass work as you can think of, just because I'm not a huge expert in it. I've never even really done custom fiberglass work myself. The only thing I've done with fiberglass is my big double 15-inch box that I had in my Lignum. I fiberglassed the entire inside of that to seal it up and, you know, make it really, really, really rigid. But that's all I've done. I haven't done any, you know, custom shaping. So yeah, it's a toss-up, guys. Like, because even this here, that one there, and then another one there. See, even that would look really cool. But then what do I do with that? I also think that two of these floating in here would look just so badass. Imagine that, floating in there with a window of clear plastic there and LED lights inside here that light it up. That would look mean. But also, there, and a big window would look cool. But then where do I put this thing? I think I am probably going to actually have to put this down in this cavity somewhere. What I'll obviously do though is cut out a hole for these cables to go through, and then, oh, see, I've got cables all stuck in places now. Hold on. And then this thing can just sort of be hidden under here, I suppose. Don't know. Lots to think about. In regards to subwoofer boxes, yeah, I'm definitely not going as big as what I did with the Lignum. I don't want to put like a full wall across there, because even though in the Lignum my back seats could fold forward, these things are the same, but there's these awesome levers on the side here, and I can actually pop those seats all the way forward just from pulling these, and I really like that, and I want to retain that functionality. So it's either going to be like a single sort of 12-inch box which I make with a monoblock amplifier, like this, or it's going to be an active Rockford Fosgate 12-inch at the side there, which I can disconnect and move around. Or I had tossed up the idea of making like a tube, like a bass cannon, because I know those I've only ever heard really good things about tubular subwoofer boxes. Obviously not circular, but like hexagon or octagon shaped. I've only ever heard really good things about them. Grant, my workmate, in one of his old cars, he had a big long boot width 10-inch, and he said it absolutely went crazy for a 10-inch sub. And then what he did after that was he actually cut it in half, put ends on, you know, both of them, and then put two Rockford Fosgate 8 inches in them, and apparently that went really good as well. Like, considering the size, something about the shape must just really work. The trick with it though is that you got to get it the right length with tubular boxes, because you want to try and get it offset so that you can't get a standing wave inside that box. So you got to think about the wavelength that you're trying to achieve and try and account for the standing wave that's definitely going to occur. So that could be tricky. So yeah, that's kind of my idea. So option A, two of these amps floating in these cavities with, you know, clear plastic windows and LEDs, and then the Soundstream thing and the Soundstream capacitor and the power inverter underneath here. Option B would be like a similar sort of thing, but with the amplifiers, with at least the 4-channel, possibly a monoblock one mounted down in here like that, you know. Option C, same 4-channel amplifier, but get rid of the monoblock version and go for an active Rockford Fosgate 12-inch sub. I've installed lots of those and I know they go really good for how much they are, but I just don't know if they're quite enough power for me, and it is a big vehicle. The cabin space in this car is quite big. It's just really hard to start, you know. Where do I start? I think what I'm definitely going to be starting with, hopefully sometime soon, is putting all the new speakers in, running them just off the head unit to begin with, and then it's all going to be a big long process of installing these amplifiers and stuff, and then one day just switching over from the head unit power to the amplifier power. Oh, and see that's the other thing, crossovers. What do I do with the crossovers? I forgot about those. Yeah, see, like I could put these nice amplifiers floating, this thing in the middle, this somewhere in here, and then the two crossovers there. But then the crossovers aren't on display and they're really pretty and I like them. Help me please. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use YouTube's new poll feature thing. I'm going to put it up, you know, here. It's like a card thing, which is a poll. So vote for what you think you would like to see done, or what you think would be coolest. Option A is to have these amplifiers mounted in these cavities. Option B is the same amplifiers but down here, and then I like to find a place for that and for the crossovers. Option C would be having this amplifier, the 4-channel, down in here, and the active Rockford Fosgate subwoofer at the back there. Nothing in these cavities, and like, yeah. So option C would be like that, nothing in the cavities and an active subwoofer. And if you've got a fourth option that I haven't even thought about, definitely put it down in the comments. Tell me what you think would be coolest. That's everything from me today, guys. It'll be great catching up with you. Thanks for watching this video. Also, I forgot to mention, I've changed my Patreon. I've changed my Patreon now to like a monthly payment thing as opposed to a per creation. When I was creating it, I thought maybe you guys would prefer to have it per video, so that, you know, so that if like I have a really busy month, you guys aren't paying too much. But I've seen a few comments, people saying they'd rather do it on a monthly basis, so I have changed that now. So if you're keen, hop over to Patreon, give me $1 a month. I don't care, that would mean the world to me. And also, as I've pointed out before, Patreon is now where I'm going to be posting all of my behind the scenes photos and, you know, posts and upcoming projects and things like that. So as opposed to having it on the Facebook page, it's on the Patreon page. So go check that out. Yeah, cheers. And tell me what you thought of the new intro as well. Have a good one.